Okay, so if we look at the graph of the function 3x squared minus 4x plus 1, if we take a look where the graph slices through the x-axis, in other words, if we look at those points where y is equal to 0, then we will see that the intercept values will occur when x is equal to 0.333, which is 1/3, and we will also see a 0 at x is equal to 1. So 1/3 is a 0, and also x is equal to 1 is a 0. So it is very possible to look at a graph and determine its zeros. It's going to be those points where the y value is 0. Let's take a look at another example. Let's look at x to the power of 3 minus x plus 1. And this is what the graph looks like. This is an odd function. I can tell that it's an odd function because the highest exponent is an odd number. In this case, it's 3. And since we have a positive leading coefficient, I know that it's an increasing function, which means the tails start low and it ends on a high note. That's sort of a review. And if we want to take a look at the possible zeros, since we have the graph, all we have to do really is we just go down here to see where the graph crosses the x-axis. And we can see that in this case, we have a 0 at negative 1.325 because y is equal to 0 there. In fact, that is the only 0 we have on this graph. And hopefully you remember what we call this point here. This point 0, 1 happens to be the y-intercept because if x is 0, the y value is 1.